The governor is proposing a carbon tax of about $1 billion a year for education and transportation. What do you think of this tax?
Well, the problem is it affects every citizen in the state, every citizen. Of course, citizens drive, so it affects the gas tax. It would be a tax on that. It taxes certain companies that do send emissions up in the air, which really hurts them economically. If they lay off people, more jobs go out of state. For example, the small county that I come from has 11.1% unemployment rate. It would just make it worse, especially in the other communities surrounding us.
Who would be affected by this tax?
The polluters, as the governor says. And so it would really affect, for example, the aluminum smelter industry. There's two big plants in our state. In our district, in the 16th district in southeastern Washington, it would affect Boise Cascade Company and also a large fertilizer company. The fertilizer company would have to pay about $5 million a year in extra taxes, and the pulp mill would have to pay about $3 million extra in taxes per year. If you take that all the way across the state, it's going to cost about $1 billion. That's going to have an adverse effect on our economy and on our jobs.
The governor calls the tax a twofer, meaning the state will go after big polluters of the state to get more money for education and transportation, and Washington citizens will enjoy a cleaner environment. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, first of all, I was speaking about jobs and the economy and so forth. It wouldn't just affect those companies. It would affect every citizen in the state. Everybody who drives would have an increased gas tax, essentially, on them. We also must remember that Washington State is one of the cleanest states in America. And we're ranked very high because of our hydroelectric system. We have a nuclear plant also. With the two of those, the emissions are very, very low, and that produces about 80% of our electricity in our state. So we're fortunate that we live in a clean state. And the little bit of emissions that we produce is just so minuscule compared to what the United States puts out, what, of course, the whole world puts out. So this would just drive jobs out of the state. We've got to have a more uniform system before we just get involved with this issue right now.